Managing groups and teams for high performance. Now that you understand why groups and teams are so important for organizations, the types of groups managers create, and group dynamics, we consider some additional steps managers can take to make sure groups and teams perform at a high level and contribute to organizational effectiveness. Managers striving to have top performing groups and teams need to motivate group members to work toward the achievement of organizational goals and reduce social loafing. Motivating group members to achieve organizational goals. When work is difficult, tedious, or requires a high level of commitment and energy, managers cannot assume group members will always be motivated to work toward the achievement of organizational goals. Consider a group of house painters who paint the interiors and exteriors of new homes for a construction company and are paid on an hourly basis. Why should they strive to complete painting jobs quickly and efficiently if doing so will just make them feel more tired at the end of the day and they will not receive any tangible benefits? It makes more sense for the painters to adopt a relaxed approach, to take frequent breaks, and to work at a leisurely pace. This relaxed approach, however, impairs the construction company's ability to gain a competitive advantage because it raises costs and increases the time needed to complete a new house. Managers can motivate members of groups and teams to achieve organizational goals by making sure the members themselves benefit when the group or team performs highly. For example, if members of a self-managed work team know they will receive a weekly bonus based on team performance, they will be motivated to perform at a high level. Managers often rely on some combination of individual and group-based incentives to motivate members of groups and teams to work toward the achievement of organizational goals. When individual performance within a group can be assessed, pay is often determined by individual performance or by both individual and group performance. When individual performance within a group cannot be accurately assessed, group performance should be the key determination of pay levels. Many companies that use self-managed work teams base team members' pay in part on team performance. A major challenge for managers is to develop a fair pay system that will lead to both high individual motivation and high group or team performance. Other benefits managers can make available to high-performance group members in addition to monetary rewards include extra resources such as equipment and computer software, awards, and other forms of recognition, and choice of future work assignments. For example, members of self-managed work teams that develop new software at companies such as Microsoft often value working on interesting and important projects. Members of teams that have performed at a high level are rewarded by being assigned to interesting and important new projects. At IDEO, profiled earlier in Management Insight Box, managers motivate team members by making them feel important. As Tom Kelly, IDEO's general manager, puts it, when people feel special, they perform beyond your wildest dreams. To make IDEO team members feel special, IDEO managers plan unique and fun year-end parties, give teams the opportunity to take time off if they feel they need or want to, encourage teams to take field trips, and see pranks as a way to improve corporate fun in the workplace. Valero Energy motivates groups and teams to achieve organizational goals by valuing its employees, looking out for their well-being, and standing by them in crisis situations. For example, employees with medical emergencies can use Valero's corporate jet if they need to, and Valero covers the complete cost of employees' health insurance premiums. In turn, group members put forth high levels of effort to help Valero achieve its goals. As former Valero CEO and Chairman Bill Greene put it, the more you do for your employees, the more they do for shareholders, and the more they do for the community. When Hurricane Katrina hit the Louisiana coastline in 2005, the key Valero stood by employees in its St. Charles oil refinery near New Orleans. And the way employees stood by each other and the company brought plant manager Jonathan Stewart to tears as he was briefing Greene and other top managers a few days after the hurricane hit. Stewart led a 50-person crew that rode on the hurricane in the shutdown refinery. The day before the storm hit, a supervisor used his personal credit card to buy supplies and stayed up all night preparing meals for the crew. Crew members worked around the clock, putting up new power poles, repairing power lines, and replacing motors. The refinery was up and running within 8 days, while a shell refinery close by was still shut down, and the crew had located all of the plant's 570 employees. Valero headquarters had supplies delivered to employees whose homes were damaged. Trucks brought in food, water, generators, chainsaws, refrigerators, shovels, and Nextel phones, the only cell phone system that was still working. 60 mobile homes were brought in for employees whose houses were unavailable. Employees and law enforcement personnel were given free fuel, and employees were given up to $10,000 in aid from Valero's Safe Fund. Valero continued issuing paychecks to its employees while other affected refineries did not.